Hello guys, my name is Shreyas. I'm educated at an academy. You can follow me on the Learning app, as well as you can see my new set of courses on the Learning app. So this is a lesson about the advantages and comparisons of the various types of steam turbines, water turbines, as well as the gas turbines. So please do rate it, review it, and share it. And please do subscribe us on our YouTube channel, that is the Unacademy Engineering Students YouTube channel. Thank you. So guys, let's start with the course Elements of Mechanical Engineering. I've given my intro already. My name is Shreyas. I'm a BE Mechanical Engineering student. You can follow me on the Unacademy user platform which is mentioned over here. So turbines, engines and pumps is the course we'll be doing all our lessons on. So the target audience for this slide will be engineering students, general audience who are interested in mechanical entities, people who are interested in machine related mechanisms, automobile enthusiasts. So the learning outcomes of this slide will be, you guys will come to the advantages of the steam turbines, the advantages of the water turbines, the advantages of the gas turbines, the comparison between steam turbines, comparison between water turbines, as well as the comparison between gas turbines. So let's start our lesson being the advantages and comparisons. So before starting our lesson, let's have a quote. Jealousy is the fear of comparison. So when you compare only, you'll have this jealousy factor coming out. This is actually a psychological quote. Let's move on with our lesson. So what are the applications of the steam turbine? So the steam turbine, it is actually used in the following applications, namely, it is used in electric power generation, it is used for the driving of pumps, it is used to turn the fans, it is used for the blowing of compressors, it is used to drive the blowers, and it is also used in steam power plants for the electric power generation. So what are the advantages of steam turbines? So in steam turbines, the thermal efficiency is very higher and it is more durable. Heavy foundation is not necessary for the steam turbines since they are very balanced. The flywheels, they are also not necessary because the power generates at a uniform rate. And it is very ideal for power plants and to drive electric generators because it consists of the gas compressors, and also it is very useful in driving of some certain textile machines and also to propel ships. It is ideal for large power plants up to 2000 megawatts. In a reciprocating engine, conversion of reciprocating mechanism into circular mechanism results considerable frictional loss. Hence, careful lubrication is a must, but in case of steam turbines, no such arrangements are required. Frictional losses are less, and hence it lowers the lubricating oil consumption with no internal lubrication. It has a comparatively lesser cost and lesser consumption of steam and lesser maintenance. Comparatively, the safe speed is very high in steam turbines. So let's move on to the comparison of impulse and reaction steam turbines. So impulse turbine, the power is obtained only due to the impulsive force of the incoming steam, whereas in the reaction turbine, the power is obtained due to the impulsive force of the incoming steam as well as the reaction of the exit steam. The steam and turbine speeds are very high in impulse turbine, whereas in the reaction turbine, the steam and turbine speeds are very low. In impulse turbine, the compounding is necessary to reduce velocity or pressure of both, but in reaction turbine, the compounding is not so necessary. In impulse turbine, the number of fixed blades are not equal to moving blades, whereas in reaction, they are equal. In impulse, the blades have symmetrical profile and uniform section, whereas in reaction, the blades have converging profile. In impulse, the steam pressure drops completely in nozzle only, whereas in reaction, the steam pressure drops both in fixed and moving blades. In impulse, the steam pressure while passing over the blades remain constant, whereas in reaction, the steam pressure while passing over the blade gradually drops. The nozzles are fitted to the diaphragm in impulse turbine, whereas in reaction, the fixed blades are attached to the casing. The efficiency is very low in the impulse turbines, whereas it is very high in the reaction turbines. So what are the advantages of water turbine? It is very simple in construction and it has very easy maintenance, and for deriving more power, multiple jets of wheels can be used in the process of water turbines, that is 2 to 6 multiple jets can be used, and there is no head loss occurs even at low discharge of water, being another advantage of the water turbine. and it requires less space for installation, and as the construction is very simple, and the eddy losses are almost eliminated in the water turbine. So let's have a comparison between the impulse and reaction water turbines. So in impulse turbine, the entire hydro energy is converted into kinetic, whereas in reaction, only a part of it is converted into kinetic energy and the rest remains as pressure head. In the impulse turbine, the draught tube is not necessary, whereas in reaction turbine it is necessary. In impulse, the water jet, it strikes a few buckets at a time with kinetic energy, whereas in reaction, the water is guided by the guide blades to flow over the blades with pressure energy. In impulse, the pressure of the flowing water remains constant throughout, whereas in reaction, the pressure of the flowing water decreases after gliding over the blades. In impulse, the runner need not run full, whereas in reaction, the runner should always run full and must be submerged in water. In impulse, it is very possible to regulate the flow without loss, whereas in reaction, it is not at all possible to regulate the flow without loss. And in impulse turbine, there are losses if the discharge is very low, whereas in reaction turbine, there are no losses even in low discharge. So let's move on to the applications of gas turbines. Gas turbines, they are helpful in generation of electric power. They are used in the application fields in aircraft and ship propulsions. They are used in steel, oil and chemical industries. They are also used in turbojet industries as well as in turbopropeller industries. So what are the advantages of gas turbines over steam turbines and over IC engines? This is what we have done the classification over here. So over steam turbines, feed water and boiler, they are not required. It is most reliable compared to the steam turbines. Its weight power ratio is very less. The initial cost is also very less and the maintenance costs are also very less, and it has a very simple lubrication system. Over the IC engines, the mechanical efficiency is higher. Any kind of fuel can be used in the gas turbines. There is no vibration, hence the balancing problem can be avoided. It consists of less weight and it is more reliable, and the lubrication is very simple. So what is the comparison of closed and open cycle gas turbines? Let's have it. In closed cycle, the small compressor is sufficient, whereas in open cycle, the big compressor is required. Case of closed cycle, there is no loss of working fluid, whereas in open, there is a loss of working fluid. Any kind of fuel can be used in closed cycle, whereas only specific type of fuel is suitable for open cycle. The rotor and blades are free from corrosion, whereas the rotor and blades can be corroded in the case of open cycle turbines. There is higher thermal efficiency in the closed cycle turbines, whereas the thermal efficiency is very lesser compared to the open cycle turbines. In closed cycle they are not suitable for aircraft engines, whereas open cycle are very suitable for aircraft engines. The initial cost is high in the closed cycle turbines, whereas the initial cost is very low in the open cycle. The maintenance costs are very high in closed cycle, as well as the maintenance costs are very low in case of open cycle. So thank you guys. Any questions? Please drop those in the comments box below. You can find me at the Unacademy user platform mentioned over here. And please do rate this course, review this course, and recommend this slide or presentation if you have liked it. And please do follow me on my Unacademy user platform on the above mentioned URL. Have a nice day guys. Thank you.